Alright, so when GTA 6 Trailer 2 is going to come out? I've seen a lot of posts on X, Twitter, however it is called, and on other social media platforms about messed up of the first trailer with some AI and pretending to be the trailer 2. And major riots are starting to be in the major cities asking when the trailer 2 is going to come out. And of course, we have a lot of fake accounts and trolls and Mr. Boss for the winning wannabe saying that the trailer can come the next week or the next week after the next week when he's wrong, or the day after and the next day and the next day and the next day. So we're starting to fall out into that circle of the trailer. When GTA 6 trailer 2 is going to come out, and a lot of people making 8 minute long videos, just putting ads between the videos. I know it's profitable, but we're going to be a little bit of ethical here, and we're going to explain that this is not 2004 and the trailer 2 is going to take a long time until we see it. For that, we have to understand some history background. What you're seeing here is the timeline of development of Rockstar games, in particular Grand Theft Auto. Of course, we put Red Dead Redemption 2 there, but you're gonna know why in a second. Alright, so from 2001 to 2004, we have the trilogy, not that crap that it was released a few years ago. No, the original one, GTA 3 was released in 2001, a month after the 9/11, and pretty much the next year Vice City, and just 2 years after San Andreas, the biggest game, in my opinion, with gameplay, mechanics, and customization, and all of that, and is one of the most famous GTAs of all history, and the most complete one. But Rockstar North, the developers of this trilogy, that Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories came year after year, but it was not developed formally by Rockstar North, the same ones. It was developed by another minor studio from Rockstar called Rockstar Leeds, and it was thought for the PlayStation Portable. And while Rockstar North was focused on developing GTA 4, and the game that changed everything in the timeline of development and waiting for a game. Okay, Rockstar Lead managed to release these minor titles, but I think it's really cool and very complete. Maybe it's not San Andreas. Vice City Stories kind of get into the line of San Andreas with a lot of vehicles and fun stuff, not the customization, because if they put the San Andreas engine and all the things that has, the PSP will run it at 15 frames per second and catch up on fire. So they have to make these games as light as possible for the PSP can be handling. And it was a Sony exclusive. In the meantime, Xbox and PC didn't see any Grand Theft Auto release until GTA 4. Later it was GTA 5, was developed by Rockstar North as well, but everything changes from there, because all these studios from Rockstar start working in the same project at the same time. Maybe another minor studios worked on updates from GTA Online. I don't know if it's Rockstar North or another minor studio, maybe even Rockstar Leeds. I have no idea, but it looks like the quality, it's not really the same. It's a small team developing the updates. All the studios start working in the same project. In that philosophy gets released with Red Dead Redemption 2, and we saw how huge the game was. And that philosophy is still with GTA 6. That's why the development of GTA 6 didn't start until the release of Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018. Yeah, I know you're gonna say that, GTA 6 development started with GTA 5. Yeah, but a pre-production, not the actual development of the game, GTA 6 is being developed, of course, from assets from GTA 5, but mostly by Red Dead Redemption 2 engine and being updated. Because we in the leaks we can see some placeholders from Red Dead Redemption 2, like the police icon. So it's kind of between a mix. From the recent leaks, we saw that the engine has a lot of stuff from previous games, even from the 3D area, like San Andreas. All right, so trailer 2, when it's gonna come out? I know I'm taking long, but this is necessary for knowing. I'm not gonna stop a lot into the timeline actually, and we're going to see that where we're gonna start with Vice City. The announcement and the release is just a few months. It's announced in May and released in October, and we see the first gameplay videos even before the first trailer. The first trailer is just a few months, just 2 months before the release. Nothing comparable like today. San Andreas kind of the same. It was announced on March, released in October, and the trailer came out in August as well. You can pause the video if you want to see the timeline. I'm not gonna go into that. I did it before, and I prefer to focus on the history background rather than just putting the facts. So Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories, we see the same philosophy. Announcing in May, even with the release window even closer than previous games. And I didn't say GTA 3 because it was kind of exceptional because 9/11 delay, and I started playing with Vice City, just a personal thing, okay? Everything changed with GTA 4. What you're seeing here is the first logo that was announced on the E3, and we have the announcement in 2006, 2 years before the release, and in 1 year before the trailer 1 to come out. So we're kind of in the middle of the stories, and maybe that's why Vice City Stories didn't get so much attention, because it was announced this just a day after, Vice City Stories being announced a day after a major title, and a new generation of GTA maybe didn't catch the attention. Maybe that's why it's the most underrated GTA in my personal opinion. The trailer 1 comes out on March of 2007, and just a few months after the trailer 2 gets released. Maybe here you're saying, okay, so we're just a few months, like in this case, for seeing the next GTA 6 trailer. No, we're gonna say why. By the way, the logo was changed to this one on trailer 1. Maybe not the actual logo was like this, it was just a preview, and that gives points to another argument that I'm going to say about the actual logo of GTA 6. All right, and later we start seeing GTA getting delayed, and this is going to be the start of something that we're going to get used to in Rockstar Games titles. Delay, and it happened as well with GTA 5. And I'm gonna stop here a little bit because it's announced a few days before the trailer 1, and what happened after the trailer 1. We have a trailer 2 coming in the next months. No, we have nothing. We have just 2 screenshots on July, and it took a year to see a trailer 2. And the rest of the release from the trailers, you can see this. We're gonna just jump into Red Dead Redemption 2. And we see the same philosophy with the trailer 1 and the trailer 2. It's a year after. You see where I'm going? Red Dead Redemption 2 development was a hell, according to the developers, because they suffer a lot of work abuse, extra working hours, and still the game got delayed 2 times, 2 times 6 months, and summing it up, it add a year after the initial release date on October 2017. We went to fall 2018, October 26, to be specific. And the game looks so complete on the trailer 1, and a lot of people are gonna say that the trailer 1 of what we see in GTA 6 trailer 1 looks like the game is actually very complete and almost finished and polished. You don't know what's underneath the cosmetic and visuals that you're seeing in a pre-rendered trailer. Of course, it's gameplay and it's not cosmetic scenes. It's actually from the game engine, but of course, it's a little bit prepared to look good. You know, it's normal. It's marketing. So you don't know what's happening on a game that has over 1,000 world events, random events happening. You know, it can have a lot of errors, and of course, if you see the leaks, you will see that the pedestrians are misplaced and not seen properly on the cafeteria, like the clip you're seeing from my Mexico. It's kind of the same, you know. This mod is getting developed, polished, and it is kind of happening the same thing. Objects misplaced all over, and pretty much that happens with GTA 6. So when the trailer 2 is going to come out, okay, 11 minutes from the video, we're going to get there in the next seconds. So the next GTA was confirmed by a press note on February 2022. Later, we have the 9/11 of video game industries. The leaks from GTA 6 actually show how vulnerable the game developers got. And we saw a lot of leaks from Xbox from now and from then. It's like it's like terrorism for video games development, and it started with GTA 6 leak. Of course, there was hackers and leaks before this one, but nothing too major as I can recall. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, we started a path of leaks after leaks of video games, and this was huge. This was like 9/11 for video games. And it happened in September as well. I'm sorry. Dark humor alert. Alright, but the actual announcement from Sam Houser itself on a tweet or X post or whatever it's called was on November, and the trailer 1, curiously, happened to be a month after, not days after, but a month after. And this is my prediction. And the first thing is that the logo is going to get changed to this one, or kind of similar, because, you know, like happened with GTA 4, remember? And actually the logo got a little bit different. I hope. I know a lot of people love the logo that the first trailer came out, but I think it's a placeholder. I think they're going to go to this classic approach. I think it looks better because, you know, it's kind of more centered and better design than the other one in terms of how the elements are centered, and you know, it looks pleasing, at least for me. So I'm pretty sure that the trailer 2 is going to come on November, and you're gonna say, wow, that's a lot, but seeing GTA 5 trailer window and Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm pretty confident that they're going to take a while. And it's not because they want to annoy us, you know. I think they're more focused on actually developing the game because, you know, time and efforts are limited. Of course, you can make a trailer and after a trailer, but you have to put the efforts, or a portion of the efforts that you're doing for developing the game, and the resources, and of course money, from developing the game to make a trailer, to get licensed for doing the songs and whatever, and press releases and stuff like that. You know, making a trailer is not just making a YouTube video like a minor creative like me. It takes money and resources to make the trailer. Money! And actually they're focusing on developing the game and polish the errors and bringing an the best experience that you can get from the single player and the online for you players. And I prefer that they focus on developing the game, because it's better for us. And the more energy they waste making trailers, the longer they're gonna take for releasing the game. And we're gonna get into that, because a lot of you are very optimistic about an early 2025 release. According to the Take-Two press conference, or earnings call, or whatever, the earnings call can get wrong. We as a marketing or financial team, as I work in, we can get wrong on predictions, but the money is going to come. The stakeholders are just going to be, of course, they're not going to be really happy about postponing the benefits, but eventually they're going to get it. So they're going to be pleased at some point. And of course, Star certainly is not dumb. They have a lot of games that can make a lot of profit from 2025 first quarter or whatever. I don't know so much about that, but they have a lot of titles that are very profitable, so they can make the maybe not the same numbers, of course, because GTA 6 is huge, but a decent amount for having the stakeholders happy. And after that, in the next quarters, we can have GTA 6. And of course, Rockstar, we saw it, it's very known for postpone a game release in favor for polishing details. So I'm pretty sure that the release, as you can see, is gonna be on October 21, 2025. I pick up that date because it's very similar of what we saw in Rockstar in the past and the most recent title, and aiming for a fall release. I prefer to be in this way, and in my theory of the trailer 2 coming in November and the next trailers in April, June, September, and even October makes a lot of sense for the fall 2025. So I think they're going to go for a fall release, because I think the spring or early 2025 is going to be so soon. And even I'm not saying that it cannot happen, because it can. Even the game can be delayed to 2026 if it's necessary. That's a possibility that we don't have to say, it's not going to happen. It can happen. It can happen because the development of a game so huge like this one can have potential inconveniences, and maybe they want to make sure, even if the stakeholders or Take-Two is not so pleased about it, to postpone the release, or even us players, of course, because it's not good news, but it's in favor to have a better experience down the road. It's not the same when the game gets released on the development focused than after. It's not the same, the development team working prior to the release than after the release. All the efforts has to go somewhere else, to the next title, maybe Red Dead Redemption 3 or GTA 7. We don't know what's going to come next, or maybe this is the final one. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that GTA 7 is going to come out when I'm 60 years old, in 30 years or so. But at least I prefer to actually delay the game a little bit if it's necessary, and all the development team, that all the Rockstar Studios working towards fixing potential errors that can come down the road, and of course bringing a best online experience that we don't get SWAT like Netlook. Then actually later, of course, the development focus is going to be somewhere else, and we're going to have a small team for fixing errors and potential threats. So I prefer this way. I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna be so popular, this timeline that I did, but is the most possible scenario and the most optimistic one for me. On a release on October 21st, 2025 means no delay happen in this game. And when I saw coming 2025, I was pretty confident that it was going to be a fall release. Of course, they're not gonna say fall for not making you even sadder, but a lot of you are very optimistic. Like 2025 on January, we're gonna see the game. Oh, come on, man, be serious. Maybe this is the first time that you're waiting for a GTA game, and I cannot blame you because GTA 5 released like a century ago, and maybe you were like 4 or 5, and now you're 15, and you're like me waiting for GTA 4 actually, and you're so excited, and this is not good news. But I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be released eventually, and you're gonna enjoy it, and I think it's gonna be the best GTA game that we ever played, because they were preparing this for a decade, and all the Rockstar studio working in this, it makes me real excited. And I think the story, the ambience, everything is gonna be really, really great. And I prefer to actually have a finished product, not like Mafia 3 when it got released, or Cyberpunk. And I prefer the best experience, and I think this timeline makes a lot of sense, but we cannot say that delay to 2026 cannot happen. And of course, maybe a lot of you, no, of course not. The trailer 2 is gonna come in the next month, or in April as maximum. Wait and see. I'm gonna be right. So you can say off this video and say you were wrong in the comments, but don't say that already. Just wait until the trailer 2 gets released. But I don't think I'm gonna be so wrong. Maybe sooner, maybe the trailer 2 can be in October, but no sooner than that. And prepare for it, just chill out, enjoy life, do things that you love, spend time with your family or whatever, The trailer 2 is not going to come any sooner than November or October in the best case scenario. So wait up. Maybe we see a few screenshots on May, June, and the development is going smooth. I hope it's not a press release that the game is going to be delayed to 2026, but anything can happen. So let's wait for November, and we're going to see the trailer 2, and I think it's going to look even better because we're going to see the actual evolution of the development, and we're going to see a lot of stuff even from the leaks. Remember that the game was the settings were reduced to the minimum for not all the developers have high-end gaming PCs, and of course the development tool gets a lot of resources, so of course we didn't see all the actual graphics working. All the graphics were in the trailer 1, but still we're going to see a lot of improvements on the visual enhancements and all that stuff in the trailer 2 and the trailer 3 and the next trailers. So just chill out, and the trailer 2 is going to come eventually, and the game as well. So this is my prediction. I hope you can enjoy it as much as you can, and see you next video.